They're everywhere. They follow me everywhere. Every time I see a Dying Light Facebook post, Twitter post, YouTube video, hell, even some of my videos, I can't escape them. Every time I close my eyes at night, I see them. The comments.
Oh my god, hurry up and make Dying Light 2 already!
Where the fuck is
Come on, guys, we want Dying Light 2 already! I wonder if they'll ever make a Dying Light 2.
I just really hope they're going to make a Dying Light 2. Do you think
I'm a goddamn parkour instructor! Do you think there'll be a Dying Light 2?
Yes! Yes, I fucking do. And here's why. Dying Light is Techland's most successful game to date in more than just one way. Firstly, Dying Light is Techland's best-selling game, and therefore has been very profitable for them. It's brought in a lot of profit, which has allowed them to expand their business. Hell, they're even doing publishing now, so Dying Light has done really well for them financially, and that alone is a really good reason to continue the series. But even if we put the money aside just for a moment and we focus purely on non-monetary reasons and incentives for Techland to continue the Dying Light series, I mean, first of all, believe it or not, Techland has been making games since the year 2000. Now, how much is... Hang on, wait. Was that song about the year 2? That was about 3... Fuck! Techland has been developing games for over 16 years, and I'm sure some of their games have been successful in some areas here and there, but, you know, I mean, you had Call of Juarez, which had its own little fan base, and you had Dead Island, which introduced a lot of people to Techland, and it was a big game. However, it was kind of just disappointing to the general public because it was rushed, there was a deadline they had to meet, it was glitchy, it was buggy, and it did not meet the expectations set by the trailer. And then in 2015, Dying Light was released and everyone was like, holy shit, this game is amazing. It's, wait, it's Techland? The same people who did Dead Island? Wow, I mean, that makes sense, but this game's just so much better. This game is just, and then it was, people were blown away, right? Some people were a little underwhelmed and, you know, for different reasons, the story wasn't that strong and all that, but the game itself, the game mechanics, right? Dying Light is an impressive game, and so many big companies and people have listed it in, like, their best games of 2015, and deservingly so, in my opinion. So, Dying Light kind of helped to mend Techland's reputation and kind of establish them as a well-respected developer, like, once again, and even more so than in the past, right? Because we had Dead Island and people were a bit skeptical, like, oh, I don't know what this company's gonna do in the future, you know, because Dead Island was a little bit shaky and all that, and then Dying Light came out and everyone was like, wow, this little Polish game development company is capable of creating such great things. And so that, in my opinion, is a really big reason to continue making Dying Light games. It's just so successful in the eyes of the public, and it's given them, like, this big reputation, like, yeah, you know, Techland, they're the people who made that awesome zombie-slaying parkour game, not, oh, Techland, they're the people who made that Dead Island game, which was fun, but it was kind of buggy and, you know, so, I mean, you can even see it in their eyes, right? When the developers are being interviewed or they're doing a behind-the-scenes video, they are passionate about this game, they care about this game, they are proud of what they accomplished with Dying Light, and they should be. So why would they give that up? Why would they give that all away and move on to another IP, even though they could, and successfully, because they now have a bigger reputation, right? If they make a new game, even like, say, Hellraid, for example, right? Hopefully we're going to get Hellraid eventually, and people are going to be kind of looking forward to it more than they were before, because Dying Light has come out, and it's given people more faith in Techland as a company. But if there's a Dying Light 2, that's going to get way more traffic and way more excitement from the community than Hellraid ever could, even though I personally really, really want Hellraid. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really want another Dying Light game, but I also really want Hellraid. So why am I so convinced and so sure that there is going to be another Dying Light game? It doesn't have to be called Dying Light 2 necessarily, it doesn't have to be a sequel, it could be a prequel, it could be a spin-off story about, like, completely new characters, obviously. There are limitations because of the ending of Dying Light and the ending of Dying Light the Following and all that, which I'm not going to spoil, obviously, but I don't know what they're going to be doing with the story, but I do know they're going to make another Dying Light game. Why? Because there's no reason not to. They can't just leave it there. It's been so successful to them, and it would be a bad business move to kind of just leave that all behind. I'm sure they could move on to something and still be kind of successful, but the most successful move for them, because obviously there's a demand for it, right? People keep commenting, like, I want Dying Light 2, give me Dying Light 2, and they're showing their enthusiasm. The community is there, the demand is there. All they have to do is create a Dying Light 2 game, and it's guaranteed to be successful. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to create another game. Once again, I don't know what the story's going to be, I don't know how it's going to function, I don't know when it's even going to come out. In fact, I'm probably going to do a separate video soon about my thoughts on a potential release date for it. Once again, that will just be an estimate, but there's definitely going to be, mark my words, there's definitely going to be another Dying Light game. And if there isn't, I'll do something crazy. I don't know. I'll think of something. There's going to be another Dying Light game. All we have to do is be patient and wait, because developing a game takes time.